How you guys doing out there? This is first video for Cap's Cave Strength. I'm with Bruce Mendoza, strength and conditioning coach over at Fisher Strength in Santa Barbara. How you doing, Bruce?
I'm excellent. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm so happy to be here. And just within like 1 minute, just kind of introduce yourself and what do you do here at Fisher Strength?
I'm located in Santa Barbara, California, 209 Gray Avenue. At a Fisher Strength and Health, and I've been a competitive powerlifter since 2003. I've been ranked one of the top 40 bench pressers in America from 2003 to 2009, and I was actually in the top 20 for 2 of those years. My first full meet I competed at, I broke into the top 100. I was actually ranked number 90. Since then, I've accrued Westside Barbell Strength and Conditioning certification, one of less than 30 people in the nation that actually has one, and I'm a strength and conditioning coach right now.
Cool. All right, hey, Bruce, let's go inside Fisher Strength. Let's show the people the facility, and then let's talk more in details, okay? All right, Bruce, we're with Bruce Mendoza, strength and conditioning coach over at Fisher Strength. Bruce, what in the world is this thing? How come I don't see this thing at Golds or at 24 Hours, man? What's going on here?
Yeah, that's a great question, Josue. What this is a monolift, old school version of a monolift, but it's very useful still. We've loaded over 1,000 pounds multiple times.
Wait, over 1,000 pounds?
Yes.
Holy moly. So you're telling me this machine here, you can, I'm going to say you're going to squat, right? You can squat on this thing?
That's correct.
Okay, can you do bicep curls at 1,000 pounds on this thing?
No, but if you could do a bicep curl with 1,000 pounds, come down to Fisher Strength and Health. I'd like to work with you.
Show us how to do it, right?
Okay,
there you go.
monolift here, and this is actually a safety squat bar. Anybody who's lifting in a commercial gym, unfortunately, you have access to straight bars only. Straight bar meaning just that. It's a straight bar you're going to see on the bench press, in the power rack, and inevitably what's going to happen is you're going to get bicep tendonitis, you're going to have elbow issues or wrist issues. This is an alternative bar here for strength training, powerlifting also, that saves your shoulders, loads the mid-back and low back up to help strengthen that at the same time as you're squatting. Monolift, you just get under the bar. Here, someone's working the lever, and you stand straight up with it, and then you squat.
I see. Oh, so this thing, it takes more than one person to operate this thing, right? Okay, I see that. What are these like yellow straps for? I mean, please tell me they're for exercise purposes.
Yeah, no, we're not doing any like strap climbs or swinging, no Cirque du Soleil stuff. Well, this is strictly for safety purposes right here.
I see.
These have caught, 5, 6, 7, 800 pounds without a problem. They're rated for 3,500 pounds. The actual carabiner here is rated for 4,500 pounds. And we do have people that come in the gym and train, and we need this type of protective equipment for them. Another bar that I'd like.
I was going to ask. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Bruce, but besides power lifters, who else would do these kind of like lifts here?
That's a beautiful question. So anybody who wants to get stronger, who wants to increase bone density and increase body awareness, squatting is what they should be doing. Skip the leg presses. Skip the leg extensions, which are just a poor substitute for a regular back squat. And it doesn't matter if it's a specialty bar or not. Like I said, safety squat bar saves the shoulders, helps you load the back and the low back up at the same time. We have another bar that I had custom made, and it's a rackable cambered bar. And once again, this saves the shoulders, allows you to load the hips up a lot more, which hip strength is the key to our lifts, whether it be deadlift, bench press, overhead press, and believe it or not, even the bench press, which a lot of people think it's an upper body or pec movement, it's a full body movement. Every single barbell lift or compound lift is a full body movement, people. Don't let anyone tell you different.
You know, when I first saw this thing, Bruce, I thought it was some kind of like extreme barbecue grill. I thought maybe the buffaloes were being grilled on this thing. you know.
No rotisserie style here. Flat out strength training. That's all you're going to get at Fisher Strength and Health.
So this is good. You know, I saw this thing and I said, man, I got to get it. You know, I have to, you know, show this to the people, and hopefully we can get some people to, you know, see this thing in action. And but also too, I'm glad you mentioned that the compound movements. I'm glad that you mentioned squats being full body, and to really get away from this, folks.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, but you know,
right.
Actually, I'm not sorry about that. You know, let's keep it honest, and as you know, it's the best way I can describe it is if you are going to invest your money.
Yes.
Do you want to invest on something that's going to give you 5% on your return, or 10 or 20%? This is going to give you about 5%, folks, if that. Something like this is going to give you about 10 to 20%. Okay. And that's what Bruce does. He's going to show you how to be able to operate the monolift. Now, you know, as you already know, Bruce, there's a lot of myths out there about squats. You know, like you squat below the knee, you're going to mess this and that with and all that stuff. You know what? To add to that, if I hear that one more time, or I should put it this way, it amazes me that lifters who do barbell training, they do it for years. They do it for extremely heavy loads. And they have functional, healthy knees.
Right.
So it's disproving the myth. It's a myth, people.
Right.
It's a myth. Okay, how are your knees, Bruce?
You know, my knees are fine, my elbows are fine, shoulders are fine, my back is great, and I've been doing this since 1980. I've been strength training.
And what's your best squat?
My best squat is 590 at 190 pounds body weight. My best bench press is 551 at 198 pounds body weight. My best deadlift is 529 at 190 pounds body weight.
And just so people know out there, I squat every day. My best squat is 420, and I weigh about 170 pounds, and I have very healthy knees. So thumbs up to multi-purpose,
right.
you know,
Barbell,
compound barbell lifts.
training.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go over to. I saw another nice piece of equipment over here. I like to show the people is the platform. How will we go there? We're again with Bruce Mendoza right here over at Fisher Strength. Now, Bruce, I'm looking at this thing. This obviously looks like a stage or some kind of platform, but it's definitely a designated area. Can you please explain?
Yeah, this way. So I challenge anybody in a commercial gym out there to do this.
Do that one more time, because that was kind of cool, you know? Now,
let me know how long you're able to stay in that gym if you can do that.
Now, Bruce, you actually have a story. You told me a story. You asked the manager over at, I think, 24,
Yeah.
as to why they have hexagonal plates. Can you explain?
So what he told me was that it was done on purpose so people could not deadlift there, which is pretty sad because that's a very important staple compound lift that's great for strength training period and enhancing hamstrings, glutes, quads, core, back. It's a pretty complete lift as far as strength training goes, and for a gym that's there to promote physical fitness or strength, to actually in a roundabout way discourage people or flat out not allow them to lift because the plates are oddly shaped, or when it hits the ground it's going to roll out from under you. It's just too bad.
You see, folks, and that's why places like this at Fisher Strength, that's why they exist. That's why strength and conditioning coaches exist versus personal trainers, because Bruce, he's going to teach you how to be able to use his platform, and if you want to drop those weights, I mean, hey, I don't think there's a problem with that, right, Bruce?
No problem at all.
So what else besides can we do on this platform, Bruce? Can you just show us a little bit?
Yeah, on the platform, what we do is there's actually little holes cut out here with carabiners here on each side. And what we do is we load up resistance bands from one carabiner to the next over the bar, which allows us to increase the load as we get closer to the hip. We'll do that on a light day or a heavy day.
What kind of exercise?
A deadlift in particular.
Okay.
I mean, we can be creative and we can use it for other lifting purposes also, but specifically it's an Olympic lifting and deadlifting platform here at Fisher Strength and Health.
Cool. All right, Bruce, so someone, obviously we took a look at squats and deadlifts and things like that. You know, these are, in the strength and conditioning world, we call them compound movements. Can you kind of explain what is a compound movement and give us an example of one?
compound movement is a movement that is using multiple muscle groups and multiple joints simultaneously. Basically, I think compound movements are the best type of movements to teach somebody body awareness. That's where it all starts, people, is body awareness. You want to teach somebody correct movement patterns, they need to have body awareness. Compound lifts are the best place to start and end when it comes to making people aware of their own body and how to perform lifts correctly.
What's an example of a non-compound movement?
I would say...
it's horrible. And so these weird things in your prop.
First one I can think of is like a bicep curl.
Yeah, I was gonna say, unfortunately I was tongue-tied because I don't teach non-compound movements, Josue. I mean, no offense to all the people out there that love doing them, but everything I try and that I do, it requires multiple muscle groups and joints to be working together to perform the lift. And my whole stance is every single lift I perform, I try and engage the whole body.
That's the whole body. I have the same problem too, Bruce. I can't think of too many isolated moves because I don't do isolated training. You know, I have
That's outside of my realm.
You know, outside of my realm.
Yeah.
Go pick up your Flex magazine, folks, and check that out. But anyway, yeah, I haven't done an abdominal crunch in like 5 years or bicep curls. It's just again, it all goes back down to where do you want to invest your money, in 5% returns or 15 to 20% returns, folks. And so that's what we're bringing: compound movements, platforms, monolifts, barbell training such as deadlifts, squats, presses, you know, and you know there are
bars.
And there are people who will teach you how to do these kind of lifts, such as Bruce. So Bruce, let's go show something else here at the Fisher Institute.
Yeah, sure.
And let's get going.
All right.